A new gaming system on the market. Hear about Facebook's new VR headset.
Something old, something borrowed, and a whole lot of blue. Get the details on the blue wave washing over the House of Representatives and Senate.
We've got a broadcast insider in the studio this morning with Katie Smith, who will give us some information on the program. Be sure to stick around to catch this week's Pet of the Week.
And finally, Luke Johnson and Katie Whitmarsh have all the info on goals, baskets, and laps from our sports this week. Let's jump in because the Wolfcast starts now. Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Abby Martinez, joined by Jack Polishuk and Katie Whitmarsh. On the show today, we have a sports report, a story about the Senate turning blue. All right, what are y'all excited for?
I'm excited about this week's Pet of the Week. It's an interesting story, not your typical house pet.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting.
Really interested to see that. Some tech news. Facebook has a new VR sensation, the Oculus Quest 2. Facebook's VR career has shot off with the release of the Oculus Quest 2, the recreation of the original Oculus Quest. This new headset is smaller, lighter, and way more comfortable than the first, while also having better performance for the games you love, such as Beat Saber, Superhot, Echo VR, Five Nights at Freddy's, Endspace, and so many more.
I think my favorite thing is just being able to take it anywhere you want, not having to like hook it up to a computer and playing VR like basically anywhere. What's that? What is that game? Superhot. Superhot is really fun. That's probably one of my favorite games so far.
You can find the Quest 2 on Amazon for around $300.
This year, we saw critical elections take place that have affected the government in favor of the Democratic Party. With the victory of Democrats in the Georgia Senate seat elections, the party has been able to accomplish a trifecta by holding power in the White House, Senate, and House of Representatives, making their goals more achievable.
It's a little trickier than just having a majority in both chambers and controlling the White House. The Senate has a lot of rules that sort of protect the party that's in the minority. They're actually talking about right now the filibuster, which gives a member of the minority party the ability to block a bill from coming to a vote unless they get a supermajority, 60 votes. Certainly, there's a lot of things that President Biden can do just as executive orders and things like that, and you've seen a flurry of that. But when it comes to Congress, it will be easier, but it's definitely still going to be a challenge.
It will be interesting to see what kinds of policies they'll implement.
Now Katie Smith is in the studio for our T-Wolf Spotlight with Reagan Hill.
Thanks, guys. So course selections are starting up again this year, and it's time to start thinking about what electives you might want to take next year. So today I'm joined by sophomore Reagan Hill to talk a little bit about the broadcast program and why you might be interested in joining. So Reagan, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Katie. It's a Friday and we have the weekend tomorrow, so I'm really excited about that.
That's amazing. So what made you initially want to join the broadcast program?
So ever since I was probably around 9, I always had a passion for broadcasting, and actually I made this little broadcasting show when I was little, and I would just like talk to the camera with my brother. And my freshman year, I was going to join broadcasting, but at the time I had a very big passion for theater, so I couldn't do broadcasting. But now I'm a sophomore, and now I have the periods to take broadcasting, so yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's so cool that you've been passionate about it for so long.
Yeah.
So what was your reaction when you found out that you were able to take broadcast your sophomore year?
I was so happy, yes. Well, I finally had the 2 periods free, and I mean, just I got the email saying that I got into the class, and I was so excited because I already had friends in the class and I really wanted to join because of them also. You were actually why I wanted to join also, because you were in the class, and yeah, I was just really excited to start the class and pursue it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So what would you say is your favorite part about being on the program?
Broadcasting is a very social class. Even though we're in COVID times right now, everybody in the class is so social, and honestly the part of relaying other people's story to the public and just sharing their stories is so amazing, because you don't really get the chance to while you don't get the chance, but like broadcasting gives that chance to other people to tell their stories.
That's absolutely wonderful. It's really cool how informative journalism can be.
Absolutely.
So what does a normal day look like for you as a CPHS news reporter?
So usually if we're doing a show this day, we get in pretty early around 8 o'clock, and we have to get mic'd up, we have to get in our attire to look more presentable, and we shoot the show for that day, and we probably end around 9 o'clock. But whenever we're not doing anything because of COVID right now, it's just me and another person in the class, but we are working on packages and all the stories that you see on the Wolfcast. So it's a pretty stressful job. It's definitely time consuming, but you have all these people in the class that can help you out. We have producers that are always open, so yeah.
Yes, for sure. And it's always something that I've really liked about broadcast is I feel like all of the people are really nice, and I don't know, I hope that you feel the same way in the fact that everybody in the program is just always ready to work together.
Absolutely.
Yes. So why do you think people should want to join broadcast?
Well, during broadcasting, it's definitely hard for during COVID times right now, so we definitely need some new people. It's been a very hard time producing content than last year, but it's definitely such a fun class to be a part of. The people in here are great, and you'll definitely make some lifelong friends in this class.
For sure. Yes. Well, that's actually all of the questions that I have for you today. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
I think you'll have a lot of fun in this class. It's going to be double blocked. You'll be working pretty hard, but it's so important sharing other people's stories, and it's fun being on air, so yeah.
Of course. Thank you so much, Reagan. If you are interested in joining the broadcast program, enrollment requests are due next Friday, February 12th. Find a link on our Instagram at CPHS News. Back to you guys at the desk.
Now over to Emma Jamil with today's top 3 things that you need to know today. Emma?
Good morning, Cedar Park High School. I'm Emma Jamil with your top 3 things you need to know for today. Up first, Cedar Park police have located the father and his 8-year-old son who were reported missing in Cedar Park on Tuesday morning. According to police, Gregory Bryan and son, left in a 2015 silver Audi, were reported as located around 10:30 a.m. Tuesday. Next, more than a month since the United States began administering COVID-19 vaccines, many people who were not supposed to be first in line have received vaccinations. Reports suggest people deliberately cheated their way into distribution processes to acquire vaccines. Others were just in the right place at the right time. And lastly, pop star Rihanna led a growing list of high-profile figures from across the world to express their support for the massive farmers' protests that have rocked the country for months, prompting a furious backlash. Tens of thousands of farmers have been camping out in the Indian capital, New Delhi, to protest the agricultural laws they say could destroy their livelihoods and leave them to exploitation by large corporations. And that's all I have for you today with CPHS News. I'm Emma Jamil.
Thanks, Emma. So back to that Rihanna story, it's actually really good that she's like advocating for people and things you might not know about.
No, definitely, because she has such a big platform and fan base. So putting her attention towards something will definitely draw the attention of other people.
Yeah, totally. And I don't think a lot of people knew about it before, so it's good to see that now people care about it because she posted about it.
Yeah, for sure. Stay tuned because up next we've got our sports report, but first this break.
We are not just here to share announcements. We are here to tell stories. Your stories. Students depend on us, and what they need from us is to be hyped, to be ready, to be informed, to be successful, to be Timberwolves. We are real news. We are sideline reporters, moment capturers, question askers, life sharers, cheers spreaders, and voice givers. And above all, we are students just like you, here to help you. We are journalism, newspaper, yearbook, and broadcast. We are CPHS News.
Hello, Cedar Park, and welcome back to the Wolfcast Sports Report. I'm Luke Johnson.
And I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
Jumping straight in, last week our boys soccer team drew 0-0 against Leander.
They've had numerous chances to grab a win these past two games, but haven't capitalized it yet.
Absolutely. They will look to put a W on the board next week on Tuesday against Liberty Hill here at home starting at 7:15. Good luck.
On the girls' side of things, on Tuesday they lost to Liberty Hill 2-0, putting an end to their 7-game win streak.
Streaks come and go, and now it's time to start a new one against Glenn here at home starting at 7:15. Let them have it, girls.
For boys hoops fans, today is the game day for the Green and Black as they are coming off of a huge win against Eastview last week.
Today, the Timberwolves will travel to Marble Falls to face the Mustangs. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock.
And lastly, be on the watch for your favorite sports with Bats as they are making a comeback this month.
That's right. We have baseball getting back into action on the 27th.
And if you don't like waiting, softball is starting up again next Friday at Vandy starting at 7. I'm very excited for what's in store this season.
Same here. Well, that's all we have for you today. With CPHS News, I'm Luke Johnson.
And I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
And now it's time for your Pet of the Week. This is Mason, and he is actually a stray cat. He was given his name by Aaron Hughes' family, who he visits very often. Even though Mason isn't allowed to sleep in the house, Aaron's siblings made a little house for him out of cardboard and towels, so he has a place to sleep. So with that Pet of the Week, stray cat, how do you feel about cats and dogs? Do you have a preference or your favorite?
I'm more of a dog person. I am highly allergic to cats, but I do own a cat, so it's kind of contradicting, but I would rather have a dog.
Yeah, I mean, I like both of them, like, probably equally, but I'd probably rather have a dog. I mean, there's, like, more variety.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's all we have for today. Make sure to keep up with all of our content on our YouTube channel at CPHS News.
For more sports content, follow our Twitter at CPHS_sports.
Check out Monday's Wolfcast on a story of Zach Feeder, your top 3 things, a sports report, and more.
Thanks for taking time to join us this morning.
With CPHS News, I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
I'm Jack Polishuk.
And I'm Abby Martinez. Remember to make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Have a safe weekend, Cedar Park.